So welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video I am going to be explaining the new post that I have made using Dash 3D and Style 3D, but you can do it that in CLO3D as well. So what I am doing now is I am going to hit my polygon tool. It is the shortcut H from H from the keyboard, and if you're using the tool menu and you are in your base level, you can navigate here also. So I just draw a basic dress which firmly fits the avatar. Draw as you're seeing with polygon tool. So for me the requirement is a shorter dress, like a mini bodycon dress, and that's the pattern. And I will shape the neckline, though we are not needing it, but I like to shape it because it gives the finish edge. So I'll make the necessary adjustments needed and hit Z on your keyboard, which is edit pattern tool, the second one. This is your polygon tool and this is your edit pattern tool. Most in my methods you will be using these two only. So right click and use unfold with symmetric editing. Okay, now after that you will be copying the same pattern for the back as well. Why, I'll tell you. And now it is done. Now using shift F if you are beginners, and place the pattern here. Now that the pattern placement is done, see whether you're liking that or not. And with N means the segment stitch tool, sewing tool or stitching tool, whatever you call it. Just stitch the sides. The sides will be automatically sewn on the other side. Okay, and repeat the same steps wherever you are joining. Check once if there are any wrong stitches, and don't forget to press shift F again to get out of the arrangement points and hit simulate. So now that the base of the dress is ready, so this will be your base. You should see that it is in good length. So what I like to do uh, in my garments is I use internal lines and draw a straight line from above her bust, or else you can edit your pattern. Your armhole should be likely to be okay. The dress of should fit more snug. And rearranging the back armholes, and then I'm just playing around with the placement of the shoulder. We don't need this upper part, from here to here. We only need that. So what I'll do is I'll hit G on my keyboard, which is for internal lines, internal polygon tool, and I will hit. You have to make sure that your ends are both in the middle. Okay, for me it is a very good length. So what will I do? I'll do the same step at the back as well. Now when you're drawing, make sure that you zoom in and check once that your points are aligning or not. And what I'll do, I'll select both lines and cut and sew. So our tube dress is ready, the base of the dress is ready. So what will I do now is I'll add a just normal default simulation fabric, and I'll turn down the opacity. If you are there from the starting of this channel, I have explained some basics to, you know, drafting in CLO3D, which are not completely professional, by the way. So it's your wish. If you want to follow, you can follow. So now you see that it will be holding together. There will be no signs that you have used any fabric before. Okay, now I'll apply that to the front as well. I'll make her go to style configurator. Here, and you will see this underwear, and make her that. After that, the fitting will be more accurate to the body. Okay, now you can do either one thing for the stiffness of the fabric that she is having. First, I am going to select the both patterns using A, and wait, I'll reduce the particle distance from 20 to 10, which in my case it is pretty decent for the dress. It can do the job. Okay, and I'll change fabric 1, which is the main fabric, to trim grain leather, because it will be holding a lot of flowers, so that it will not get snatched by those flowers weight. And same thing with this upper transparent fabric. I am going to be using a trim grain leather fabric. Or else, if you want your fabric to not move, you can see your fabric information and property editor. I'll bring this up, and once you're in your property editor, scroll till last and you'll find physical properties, right? Then you will see this small icon. Just open them. You will see a whole bunch of, okay, so you will see a whole bunch of options if you don't want your fabric to move from place like this. Okay, now what will I do? I'll increase the stitch width. Generally what you're doing is you're playing with the fabric physics. You're controlling how will it move and when any garment is about to be complicated. Okay, you have to do stitch width 100, stitch warp, shear left, bending width and bending warp to 100. Both the bending bias and everything will be on 50 and 50. Now if you see, there is no that much stress or stretch to the fabric. It can hold whatever you give to it, the complex molds or something like that. If I show an example, okay, I'll take a square of the same fabric, okay, and what does that actually do? Refresh the textures, and I will pin and show you. I'm not gonna from the middle to her dress. Okay, what will it actually do? See that. If you're using a normal fabric, just let me add one and show you. That is not happening with this fabric when you assign this. It will get pulled, but the weight of the fabric is evenly distributed. These settings can be used for some complex shoes or some complex designs. You know, it is pretty much the same. So I'll delete this. This is for the explanation part. So I'll do the same settings again. I'm showing you stretch width 200, stretch warp, shear left, bending width and bending warp. And one more thing, if your top fabric is holding some weight, it will not move from its place. So if I turn up the opacity, okay, I'll get the dress get started in a minute, but let me clear you the basics. And where is this opacity? Okay, here it is. Now see, we have assigned a transparent fabric, right? Now if it is getting pulled also, it is not going to make any distraction while you are, if you want any stiff or something for handbags or something like that, these pre-settings can be used. And I'm turning down the opacity again, our case to concentrate on. So beforehand, what you have to do is select Z on keyboard and remove linked editing. This first part is for the show. We will be copying and pasting the same thing again in the back. Okay, so now you know that we use a lot of internal lines and stuff. That is what happened with the same garment that I have created on my Instagram. So I'll take G and using control, I'm drawing a spiral line. It cannot be perfect in the starting like mine. Okay, now let me end this one. So that's it. We're not going to make that much big flower though. I'll show you one. Okay, now that is the size, and when you it is 43.30. I'm taking a calculator. Double the length. If it is 43, okay, now press S on keyboard. 43 centimeters. Okay, I'm showing you in centimeters. Please, if you're doing it in inches, let me tell you, if it is around 50 centimeters and 50 centimeters, let me look at it. So height will be 2 centimeters, and we are going to double it, 86 centimeters. Okay, based on that, now we have assigned a fabric before, right? Now you can stitch this with N only. Now you see what is going on, right? What I'll do, Z, not Z, B, sorry. B means edit sewing line, and I'll reverse the sewing and we'll see what happens while you simulate that. Yes, it got correctly placed. Okay. If you want, you can increase the length like that. Okay, now it's starting to show. Okay, now you don't have this kind of let's decrease the particle distance to see the finishing first. Okay, now that's done, that's taken care of, and you have to adjust manually and tweak it manually because it is a spiral, so it won't get settled easily. See what is causing that, or else reset to 3D arrangement and strengthen the fabric before it even gets sewed. See, I also face these consequences. Okay, so you can too if you're yes, that's perfect. Now you see, now you can unstrengthen it. And for the top edge of the fabric, we are going to give a rose petal look-alike by selecting that and owning the elasticity, means elastic. Okay, now the ratio part, strength should be on 10 only, and the ratio part will be around 120. Okay, now that's how a rose is done. So for the full dress we are going to be using these rows only, and what I like to do while I complete my work, I'll select a place and I'll draw a line. I'll stitch the ending, this end to this edge, and that's it. You have a rose. You can clone that rose as well and clone it over, and there you are. And yeah, if the thick texture surface is not on, you can see which is the wrong side and which is the right side of the fabric, and flip normal. Why did this not work? Okay, so that's it. Once you're done with that, see the particle distance, you can put it up to 6 because we need more and more patterns like this, right? It is more bulged. Now you see it? We are going to be making a whole lot of this. You can arrange your lines wherever you want and stitch the rows to that. Okay, I like mine on the edge. I'll copy the same. I'll show you one row of it. You have to keep repeating the process. Okay, and that is the second one. Control C and Control V for copy and pasting. And now I'll show you one row. You have to make a whole dress with this method. I'll take this and I'll stitch it like this. Now I'll simulate it. So now you see there will be this gap, right? What you can do is just edit the sew line or move the sew line where you want. Sewing line, sorry. I am not used to talking while I am working, so same method with again third flower. Don't place it too far away, so the placing will be like this. When I zoom it in on my 2D screen, you can see the placement will be like this. I will copy the same flower, Control C, Control V, and I'm pasting it down. That's it. It is the whole repeated process again and again. If you want to only do it for the bodice and you want to leave it for the skirt, leave the skirt plain, it's up to you, because uh, there is no such thing you have to make the same dress with the same method. Anybody out there who is making this kind of things, I just love them. I just love roses. For instance, I am going to change this into a silky satin, and I'm going to make it a blood red rose. Okay, instantly I am going to do the same with the pattern, the main pattern, blood red. Sorry for saying that, but so this is how it is done, and there is no such thing fancy here. And yeah, I just kept on repeating for the dress that I have made on my Instagram as well. Those are way too big. These are medium sized flowers, so it should come. The placement is very important. You have to make sure that they are not clashing each other, otherwise the simulation will be harder than you think. Okay, the stitching should come right. I am using segment stitch, by the way. I'm not sewing with M. If you are a newcomer, or if you are already there, it is easy to understand. Okay, once you are completed with a row, there is nothing has to be perfect with the lines as well. So what will I do? I just adjust them so that I can get one more flower in this corner. And let's see if I can move. Yeah, I can move. Now I'm copying one last flower from it. Control C and Control V. You have to repeat the same process in order to get that dress. Okay, and whether it is on the waistline or whether it is on the bust line, wherever you want, the flowers will come like this. So that's what I taught. That's what I told you. So I mentioned you in the starting that we are going to be deleting the back part, and we are going to be copying the same exact flower background for the back, right? That is how it is done. And moving for the back part, I'm pausing the simulation and I'm selecting A on the keyboard to delete the back part. I have deleted, sorry about that. And Control C, Control V. What is the dress? Okay. Now, while you're copy pasting your dress, make sure that it is enough back for the avatar. If you understand what I'm trying to say. Refresh. See, this is the problem with this. Okay, select the whole thing and fit it onto her. Now here comes the tricky part. You have to sew it in a 2D window. Okay, now that got stitched. See this. If you have messed up your stitching here, you can do Control Z and we are officially done. So this is how I made this dress. Let's give her some earrings, like for sure, like some necklace and earrings. If both are not happening, I'll go with earrings because it doesn't need any necklace or something like that. I'll go for something goldish and same with the other one. Okay, now when it comes to the hair, I have a lot of hair options, like less hair options actually. So what will I do is I'll stick to the basic hair, or else we can go with a bob. Okay, now that's how it is done. Hope you like the tutorial, and let's see on the render how it will look, and let's get started. Okay, sorry, my bad. Okay, so when you render, keep that in mind. First take some really good shots of your garment, like I'm about to show you, like this, or you can hide the avatar using Shift A. Stop the rendering and re-render it. It is a basic satin dress with roses. That's it. That's how easy it is. If you keep following this method, you can have the whole rose garment look, right? And that's how it is done. If you want your rose fabric to have glitters or something like that, what will you do? Under this fabric type, you will go to glitter, and let's glitter particles are white. Based on that, if you like that, you can keep it, but my personal reference will be a lighter shade or a darker shade for the glitter particles. See how much difference that it makes to the garment. So changing the parameters or changing the glitter parameters or the color instantly gives that clean and polished look for the garment. So hope you liked it, and yeah, that's how I did my dress. So see you next time. Bye bye.